What up, everyone? It's me, Jada, back for another video. And I know we didn't do free agency yesterday, and I know we didn't, but today, if any news pop up, we're gonna do it right away. I gotta catch up on all this stuff. There's so many signings that happened yesterday. Most of them are basically going back to their regular teams. Really nothing major, but still, a lot of the moves that you basically just going back to your teams and what they're doing from there. And very interesting. There's so many moves. It started with Draymond Green. He re-signed with Golden State with a 4-year deal with $100 million. I made about maybe about 2 videos doing about these moves. So there were about over 20, maybe 30 moves. There was so many signing, re-signing, whatever the case might be. So we don't talk about the major ones y'all might want to know, like Draymond Green, wondering what he was going to do. We figured he would have stayed with Golden State, and he did. And then with a 4-year deal with $100 million. I mean, he was getting paid $25 million a year. So Draymond Green won the Jordan Poole fight. He won the Jordan Poole battle. So I know the Warriors did re-sign Jordan Poole to a 4-year deal with $140 million the last offseason. And that contract kicks in this season, which means but Poole be getting paid more money than Draymond. But what I'm trying to say is here, um, that he signed that contract right before that fight happened. And once that fight happened, it was chaos all over the place. But get into the major one. Kyrie Irving. That was the biggest agent out there in the NBA. We were wondering what he was gonna do. We heard rumors about he was gonna meet with the Phoenix Suns. He was gonna meet with all types of teams. But then a report came out, he was not gonna meet with the Suns. He was not gonna meet with all these other teams. So I'm thinking it's a lie. And then we heard that on Thursday. Then the very next day, one free agency starts about a half hour after free agency had kicked off. We hear Kyrie Irving re-signed with the Mavs on a 3-year deal with $126 million. Again, he re-signed with the Mavs. It's a 3-year deal worth $126 million. We figured he was gonna re-sign with the Mavs. We figured that. Then the Mavs lost to Jalen Brunson last off season, and that was a huge loss for them. They didn't lose Jalen Brunson. I don't think they would have Kyrie. I don't think they would. They wouldn't even need him because Jalen Brunson at this time he's better than Kyrie. He was way better than Kyrie last season. We can see for a fact Kyrie's still a better player than Jalen Brunson, but Jalen Brunson just had the year of his life. Had the best season in history. Like in the playoff against the Utah Jazz, he was amazing. Putting up 30, putting up 40 points in that series. Then as the play went on, he started to step down a little bit, but that first round series against Utah, oh my, he was going crazy. And then the season when he was with the Nets, when he signed a 4-year deal with $110 million, he went off. I mean, he absolutely went off. He had, I think, the year of his life. The year of his life. Putting up, he averaged over 25 points a game. Then in the playoffs, he would have gone off even more like he did the year before that. So I don't know how he wasn't an All-Star, but he's definitely the future of the New York Knicks. He's definitely the future. We got more moves. Chris Middleton for the Milwaukee Bucks re-signed with them. He re-signed with the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 3-year deal with $102 million. Jamie Grant for the Blades. It might not be one you want to know, but I'm bringing in every single move that happened yesterday on about 3 or 2 different videos. I'm probably tell you about maybe 2 more moves and it will go on to the next video. Jamie Grant re-signed with the Blades on a 5-year deal with $160 million. And now these are the 2 really exciting moves. How about Devin Bane for the Memphis Grizzlies? He signed, obviously, when I saw these 2 contracts, I'm saying, what the world is going on? What the world is going on? These players not even worth that much money right now. They're not no Jokic. This type of money you did when you're a superstar. They're not superstars. Let me tell you for a fact. Devin Bane re-signed with Memphis. It was a 5-year deal worth $207 million. He got the Supermax. That's more money than Ja Morant. He didn't pay more money than John Morant. John Morant signed a 5-year contract with $193 million. But again, the reason I say he didn't pay more than John Morant now. Plus, yeah, John Morant didn't lose a lot of money. He already lost $40 million when he didn't make an All NBA team. Now he's gonna lose over $12 to $20 million this season because of the Dunn incident. So he's gonna be losing a lot of money this season. He's gonna make out about over 20, maybe he'll be missing out. They say he's gonna be losing over 12.5 to maybe about $20 million this season. He's gonna be probably repaying about $300,000 per every single game he missed. So it's gonna be tough for John Morant. He's gonna miss out on a lot of money. So it means that'll be a total of over $60 million. I mean, that'll cut his tab from 193 to 133. But Devin Bain, I don't know how he got a Supermax contract. He's been a good player for him for the last 2 years, very good. But I realize, man, he's not a man he don't deserve all that money. I would have never given him all that money. He's not John Morant. That type of money he did with John Morant. He did it with the Doncic, Nikola Jokic, Zion Ahmed, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Stephen Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo. All them players do have that type of money already. What I'm trying to say is that, but he's not the type of player who deserves all that money. And speaking of players, I didn't think Bradley Beal deserves all that money. I don't think Anthony Towns deserves all that money. Devin Booker, he do deserve all that money. Devin Booker is a very, very well superstar. Speaking of money, Kyrie for the Indiana Pacers signed the second largest contract in the NBA today, which is a 5-year deal worth $260 million. I'll say that again. A 5-year deal worth $260 million. That's the second biggest contract in the NBA, right behind no other than Nikola Jokic. He got the Supermax. And again, I don't think he even deserves all that money myself. He's a great player. He's an all-star. But he's not the type of player who did something. I would have never done all that money. I would have done probably like maybe the same year, 5 year, but about maybe $150, $160 million. That's about what I would have done. Same about what Jimmy Grant got from the Blazers. I was still with that. But none of the other stars got the type of a contract. But I'd have never given him all that money. Like, Tyrese Halliburton is a great player, but they have more money in Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, like more money in everybody. They have more money in Devin Bain. Like, I don't like. Let me know in the comment section. Do you believe all these players deserve all that money? Do you believe all these players deserve all that money? Well, not everybody. I'm talking about the two players I said last. Do you believe Devin Bain and Tyrese Halliburton deserve all that money? I don't think so. They're not up to that level right now. We can just give them all that money. They're really gonna give them all that money because they're desperate for a star. But it's not. I'm not the GM. I'm not the coach. I'm not making the decision. So it's their choice. It's their decision about what they do with the team. So hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Give the video a thumbs if you want to know more news. If we hear more news today, we're gonna break it down for y'all. So give it a thumbs up and we'll see you later. Night, night.